Hmm. Okay, here we go. Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. It's Wednesday, hump day. I hope you're doing well. So I'm going to be doing some channeling today, mini messages for you guys, those of you that want to get mini reads anyway. If you want to do that, check out the pinned comment, the comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. That tells you how to do it. It's by donation. There's a PayPal link in there for your donation. You can also use Super Chat or Super Sticker here on YouTube if you want to, if that's easier for you. After you've done your donation, put a capital Q at the start of your comment with your question in for your reading. And your question can be very specific if you want. It can be guidance for a particular person in your life or high self guidance for you. Up to you. Remember, I've got the yes or no answer crystals in here as well, my red and my green one. So you can ask a yes or no answer question if you want to. Do that for you, whatever it is that you want. Otherwise, I'm going to be channeling to see what's going on, twin flamey kind of stuff, how to get into a good relationship, what's in the energies at the moment, all of that good stuff. Hey Maria, hey Barbara, how are you both? Are you good? How is everyone today? Are you good? I'm really good. Did my nails yesterday morning, ready for Valentine's Day. 5 different shades of pink. I like doing my nails different colours. I might need to get another set. There's actually the gel nail stuff that I've been getting. When I did my nails all different colours, that all came in a set, and these pink ones all came in a set. I might need to get more of the sets because they're only small bottles, but they're really nice, like nice shades that go together. So I'm ready for Valentine's Day now. I'm pink. I got this T-shirt when I went to the dentist. Not from the dentist, of course, from the shops, but let's get some cards out and start waffling, Claire. Anyone have an ex coming in with those warnings that we had on Monday and over the weekend? I didn't. I'm glad it wasn't me. I'm presuming it was one of you, one of you guys. It didn't happen to me, and I'm hoping that energy has changed now. Well, let's see. Let's see what the guides want to tell us about today. I have changed my diet. I'm eating way more now, way more, and struggling to eat breakfast, but I'm forcing myself to do it, and then eating small meals along the way. And I had a big meal yesterday. I had whole fish and rice and seafood and greens, and I'm eating so much now. And yes, my fat is going down. My body is liking it. No access for you. Good, Barbara. Well, maybe, we're told these things, and maybe the shift in our energy of like, well, no to that is enough for them not to come in. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's a very strong and stupid person that would ignore energy like that if you're like, a hard no. No one came back in for you. Yeah, if you're a solid energy, like a hard no on someone, it would take a very stupidly persistent person to give it a go, wouldn't it? So perhaps we got that advice just so that we knew where we stood on it. Do you know what I mean? Seems to make sense in my case anyway. Because I didn't want that to happen. And I didn't want it to happen because the guy that I was thinking it might be, he's got such a big ego that I imagine like someone like that getting really angry as well, turning them down. And I don't want to have to deal with someone like that, so they're better just not coming in. Hey Delia, hey Connie, how are you both? Coming in 2 by 2. So let's see what the guys want to tell us about today. Hopefully nothing about the exes. What have we got? Judgment, Ace of Swords. You're getting to decide what you want a new start on. Ace of Swords, a hard kind of an energy. I need to read it out of the book, they said. Judgment and the Ace of Swords from this book. I got told. As the Tower of Mystical Moments. Starting out with Judgment, 20. Something I'm missing. When they tell me to read out the books, there's something that I'm missing, or they think that there's something spectacular in these books, which often there is. I agree with them. This card shows a female angel, a messenger of God, blowing a large golden trumpet. She's standing in the middle of a busy city, calling all the people to rise up and take a stand. She's a reminder that in the end we will all be judged for our actions and our life choices. But past mistakes will be forgiven when we choose to change and make a new start. This card urges you to make amends by transforming your life. It urges you to make amends by transforming your life. So it's atonement based on new choices. So we're only judged if we carry on doing the same things, if we don't learn. If we learn, we're forgiven for our past stuff that we did. Makes sense. Looks so tan. Do I? Yeah, I guess I got a bit of sun yesterday. Back of a bike. So this new cafe with an amazing view. You might have seen the photos. I went to yoga in the afternoon as well. It was nice. I did. I got a bit of sun. I get more sun in the winter than I do summer. Because it's the summer, it's just too hot. You just burn straight away. Ouch. Anyway, we're making amends by making new starts, new choices, new starts. Okay. So we can let go of the past. And then Ace of Swords. Yeah, my body is certainly happier. It's weird though. I'm waking up hungry. So now I'm having like protein, major protein with every meal. I was pretty good on the protein before, but I wasn't getting enough apparently. Still not enough. I'd up my protein in the last few years from what I used to hardly have any. And now menopause, up to even more. My body's happy with it, but I'm so hungry when I wake up. I didn't think it was possible because I ate so much yesterday. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords shows a man holding a large golden key in his hands. He's facing the view with clear, open eyes. His upper body is filled with sparkling stars, symbolizing the divine universe. The man wears a hat with the spiral shape of a nautilus. A naughty lass. At its center is a small keyhole. There's the portal to the wisdom of the whole universe. The golden key is a symbol of the mind and the intellect. Whoever possesses the key has unlimited knowledge and access to great wisdom. That's me. Getting to it can take a long time in your personal development. Tell me about it. The high mountains in the background show us the challenging... Excuse me. Getting to it can take a long time in your personal development. The high mountains in the background show us the challenging ups and downs you have to face before being able to possess the golden key. Okay, I know what this is now. Right. So, thinking about my path, especially as a reader and helping people along the years, the more I've up-leveled myself, the more inner work that I've done on myself, the better my messages are, the more wisdom that they have. 10 years ago, some of the stuff that I was saying wasn't exactly right, not as right as I know that it is now. And in 10 years' time, what I'm saying now, I'll know even more, right? That's why we all have like different readers and different helpers depending on where we're at, because we can only deliver messages or help people insofar as what we've done for ourselves, right? Where we've got ourselves. And I'm not just talking about me and people that can help you. I'm talking about you too. Your own intuition, your own messages that you get. It's only as good as the inner work that you're doing and the choices that you're making too. That's weird. And so what this is saying is you're making better choices now. You've got better wisdom because you've leveled up, like because you've been doing the inner work. You look back on decisions that you made in the past and you go, oh, I was a bit of an idiot back then, wasn't I? But this is saying that it doesn't matter. Yes, you were, but it doesn't matter. We all were. And we only learn and level up through being an idiot and learning, right? So now you have access to higher information because of it. And this process will go on and on and on. The message is saying, you're not going to make the same mistakes again because you're different now. You've got new energy now. You've got new access You're making new decisions. You've got new access to new levels of wisdom. More wisdomy wisdom than you had before. Wisdomery wisdom. Oh, Barbara. Thanks for your donation, Barbara. Beyond that very shortly, let's find out what else they want to say here. So yeah, I like my new pink nails. I feel like I might want to get a selection box of purples or something. They don't have everything available all the time, so just have to see what they've got. I meant to do that yesterday, but I didn't look. Oh, we should have more grace for ourselves. It is, yeah, right. And we can be so mean to ourselves, can't we, for getting stuff wrong? My mum had a stroke. Oh, sweet, whenever it was. When was it? First Feb, a week ago. I've been thinking, like, if I don't get in touch with her, will I regret it? And I'm like, I don't feel to get in touch. But I'm like, will I regret it in the future? Am I suddenly going to have a change of mind? Talking to my friend about it, I'm like, I don't feel to. Where I am right now, I don't want to. But, you hear stories of people going, oh, I wish I'd have made amends. Yeah. I'm like, I don't think so. I really don't think so. So I was talking to my friend about it just to make sure, because he knows me better than anyone on the planet. And he said, well, you got to go with what you're thinking at the moment, And as I kind of settled into that, like going, okay, just be in the moment now. I'm making a good choice for myself now. I was having memories of my childhood, and you know what? I wasn't ever hugged or kissed as a child. I don't remember it at all. And I know that they didn't. I remember my mum, she had this long suede coat. It was really cool. In fact, I borrowed it. Last time I was in the UK, I think I went out in it. It's really cool. Bit A-line, long, suede, and with like a fur trim. Funky coat. But I remember she used to wear that, and I used to like cuddle up to that and be stroking it. I was kind of getting my soothing from that, but she'd push me away. She didn't hug me. She didn't kiss me. My dad didn't either. My dad said he regretted it. So when I announced to them that I was getting divorced, my dad said he wished that he'd have kissed and hugged me as a child. That's it, Dahlia, as well. Better. It's better when once the dad and talk to them after. That's what I think too. It's like I'm kind of like it's actually going to be better when she does. I think because then I can have a talk with her higher self. Yes, I agree. But it's just interesting. And then when I got boyfriends, you see, one of my love languages, in fact, maybe the strongest one, is touch, because of it, because I was lacking in that. So then when I got boyfriends, I just couldn't stop touching them. I was very like hugs, holding hands, all of that all the time. And I think it's as a result of not being touched. As a child, I was touched. I was abused. That was the kind of touch that I got. So, but not loving or nurturing stuff. And it's a shame. And like, I know she didn't have it in her to do that, because empty cups can't give, right? But it's a shame for me too, right? And I'm not opening myself up to that stuff anymore. I'm just not. I deserve better. I choose better. Seven of Wands, protect yourself. Protect yourself. So we know better, we make better decisions. We've learned, we've got higher access to higher knowledge now. And we might think, oh, why didn't I do the right thing before? Why did the guides tell us all that crap before? That's my perspective from it. When I do level up, I'm like, guides, you're not meant to tell us the wrong stuff like that. But they do. Protect yourself. Why? Hanged man, change your mind. Or when you change your mind to who you let in your life and who you don't let in your life, right? You get this? You get what it's saying? So you protect yourself. You're not beating yourself up for it. When you change your mind about who you let in your life, when it's like, why did I let someone like that in my life? There's no way I'm going to do that anymore. But we don't beat ourselves up for that. We just allow ourselves to level up with grace. Yes, with grace. You're right. Talia, you're right. It's with grace. We've got to level up with grace. And just like go, well, I've changed my mind now, and it's good that I've changed my mind. I've learned, I've grown. And that's life, and I'm doing real good. And pat ourselves on the back. So who we let into our heart, who we let into our lives, who we let into our heart, who we decide to love, who we decide, oh, you're not worthy of my love, and who we decide, like, you're not even loving me, get out of my life. That's not love. You say it's love, you say you love me, but you're not being loving toward me. You're not doing loving things. You don't speak loving words. You don't do loving things for me. You don't love me. Out of my life you go. It's that kind of stuff. The star, and we're hopeful that the best does come in. What we truly deserve does come in. Yeah. Then we have hope for the Knight of Cups, the one that comes in and plays with our heart. For someone new coming in, someone new that gives us that love as we want it, loves us right. Good. I'm so glad they're not going on about the exes anymore, because that I can just vibrate out of our experience. Okay, that's good, isn't it? Barbara. Anyone else want a mini read while I'm here? What's the headspace of person right now? Of the person that you will meet and end up with. Ooh, what's the headspace? The headspace of the person that Barbara. Do you really want to know this? What if they tell you a truth that you don't want to know? My cold is almost gone now. It's just bad in the morning. Like, when you've been laying down all night and cough a lot in the morning? As soon as I wake up, I cough a lot when I'm still horizontal. And in the shower especially. The shower loosens it up, the steam. It's almost gone. Pouring love into someone who doesn't love themselves is like pouring love into a cup with a hole in it. Yes. It's just not worth it. And we think that that's what we're here for, don't we? It's like, I am woman. I love people. I'm a lover and a nurturer. Better than that, I'm a healer too. I can take the ones that are really messed up and love them and fix them. Codependency 101. But we can't, and it's not our place to. We're not meant to do that. I'm going to help people that come to us, right? People that come to us for help. Not people that come to us to have sex with us. It's a difference. Barbara. Okay, Barbara's person. What's the headspace? The one that Barbara will end up with. Plodding along, one step at a time. Opening the mind, opening the heart, but just step by step. They have an energy of a little bit stubborn and set in their ways, but they're softening up a bit. It's someone that had like very rigid idea of who they are and what life is and all of that. Someone that you probably would really annoy me anyway. But they're opening up, slowly opening up, plodding along and opening up and opening the mind to new things, learning about themselves, slowly though. We're getting some depth, going deeper, looking into. It's like someone who like pedantically just believes in science and nothing is beyond that, and that there isn't evidence for, and then they're shown evidence scientifically that there is much beyond that, and then they're like, oh. But more than that, they're going deep. So it could be having a spiritual awakening, going deeper into life, looking at things on a deeper level. Perhaps, well, yeah, I'm being with nature, but spirituality too. I'm getting strong. Change the mind about it. Having experiences that have changed the mind about what life is, who they are. So they're quite fresh at the moment in spiritual awakening. After being, perhaps life was just working for them with the beliefs that they had, so they stayed in that lane. Does it sound like anyone you know, Barbara? They're opening up. They are, where's the headspace at? They're opening up to, quite jovially, I just saw them laughing. When something that they thought was fact is blown apart, they laugh. Oh, they were wrong about that. Does it sound like someone you know? That's what I've got for you anyway. Are they ready for you right now? I don't know. Barbara Moore. This by Barbara Moore. Barbara Moore. Yeah, no more fixing. Okay, Book of Shadows Tarot by Barbara Moore. Okay. My best friend, her husband's coming back tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. She was doing well yesterday. She had the day off yesterday, which is why we hung out. And she's just been so exhausted being a single parent. But she was good yesterday. But her husband's back tomorrow. They're not together. They are together. They're parenting together. They're not together though. They do all right. They do all right, but they're not romantic or anything else together anymore. So going out on Saturday night. He's been by himself now. What, since? Was he here for New Year? I think he was here for New Year, and then went straight after his dad died. So he went to the UK. Element of air. Elemental of air. This is about communication, isn't it? The elemental of air. I think it's when the universe puts extra communicatey energy, fresh insight into a situation. The potential to help cut to the chase and resolve things or add layers of complication. Fresh insight. It blows fresh insight into a situation. Something that you were in the past that you've learned from, you make different decisions. Now you've got more access to deeper wisdom about it and fresh insight from the universe. But you've only got fresh insight from the universe because of the work that you've put in. Gives you access to a higher level of knowledge. Like this card said. The world, nice. The world card is about leveling up. We have these cycles in life. Not yet. We have these cycles in life, the world card says. Some things stick around for a long time, some things for a short time. Like, I had cycles like getting into hair care first, wasn't it? And then what was it? Makeup and skin care. Was it skin care and then hair care? I can't remember which way around I did it, but I have these things, these phases that I go through, and then makeup, and then now nails. And I go through all these phases of learning stuff, right? I like learning stuff. Those are cycles that I go through. But then there's kind of bigger cycles too. Like if I look at my business, I back in the year 2000, was it 2012? 2011, end of 2011 when I published my first book. And the guides told me, yeah, right, as if you're going to sell millions of copies of them. Because you won't allow millions of dollars in. You need to sort out your abundance stuff. And so then I went through like a learning phase about abundance. And that lasted quite a while. I had a lot of crap. Nothing like a spiritual awakening, yes. They seem quite jovially about it, Barbara. Good energy. Surprised, amused that the mind is being changed. Cycles that we go through. And then I got out of that abundance thing maybe 4 years ago or something like that. 3 years ago. I didn't need to focus on it anymore. It's like I'd leveled up from that. This is what this card is talking about. The inner game cycles that we have. Perhaps we've been in a codependency cycle and we're just coming out of that now. That's what this could be about, right? We make new decisions now because we've got access to higher wisdom now. We're more careful of who we let in, right? Because we're coming out of a cycle now. It's like codependency, been there, done that. What's next? What's the next cycle? Dare I ask? Don't know. The Nine of is not a good card in tarot, but we might be with this one. It might be. Nine of runes. Runes. It's a bittersweet card. Oh, it promises great wisdom, but the way to that wisdom includes suffering and sacrifice. How can you do it by just like give us a treat instead? It's life, I know. I asked what's next, and they're like, oh, your next level's good, but yeah, it's going to hurt too. Thanks. Thanks for that. The way to that wisdom includes suffering and sacrifice. So we needed to be codependent and suffer to those people to learn about codependency, to get the wisdom from it. And then the next cycle is going to be something else that hurts us, and then we'll learn from that. Wisdom is not, I wonder if we're all going to go into the same thing, are we? Are we going to stay in cafe and all like be going through the same stage next? It is a reward, something earned. It does not always promise happiness. Damn it. Can we not just have a treat? Can't we just have a treat? I think we will. I think we'll have a treat. I think we'll have a treat first, or, you know, it's going to be a mixture, of course. But watch out. It's like next level. New level, new devil is what it is. The suffering and the suffering though, you know? Like if you look at the abundance thing, the suffering and the suffering, like I don't have to think about abundance anymore, but I'm telling you what, it's not growing like it was before, but that's pretty much because YouTube, I don't know, for some reason YouTube doesn't promote the tarot, doesn't show the tarot readings so much anymore. I don't know why, but it doesn't. I think everyone, all tarot channels are suffering because of it. Doesn't bother me, I still got enough. But what am I saying that for? It's a new level of pain kind of thing. It's not like you can't pay your rent. Not that level of pain. That's a whole different level, right, of pain. We've got a new level of pain. It might not be as bad as previous. Love and abundance are really similar. So if you've been on an abundance path too, and have figured that stuff out, it's going to be the same in love. I know, like in myself, being single now is easy. Well, it's easy. I'm talking to someone, but being single when I wasn't, it's easier than being single when I wasn't happy being single. Do you know what I mean? when I was looking for someone, when I was like, oh, why can't I find someone, and why do these good people not want me, not seem to want me anyway? I'm sure that they did, and I just didn't even see it. And I was choosing the wrong uns instead. And like, I was suffering by that. And it's like, what's wrong with me? Guides are like, the good ones are over there. They want you too. Push them away and you go for these dickheads instead. It's quite simple. That was hard. That was really hard. It's not going to be that level of hard. So it gets easier, doesn't it? The pain, it does get easier. It's not as painful. But still, that's the way that we learn. Interesting. The card of abundance, Lakshmi. Lakshmi. The Nine of prosperity. Nine of Water promises increased prosperity, both material and spiritual, as well as others to share it with. Right. This is something I've realized recently as well. Is like, I don't want to be masculine anymore. I'm sick of it. And yeah, bring me a man who's like good with the money and all of that. I'm not a gold digger either. I'll keep on doing my stuff. I don't want to be the one that does all of that, though. I don't want to be the provider anymore. I don't want someone come. I've had that. That has been me, apart from the guy on the yacht. He was the provider, but he didn't like being the provider. He wanted to get me by doing that and then be annoyed at me by doing that. Anyway, came with resentment, his providing. And I think mine did too, with the ones that I was with, and I was the provider. I was the one always, with more passion about what I was doing and making money and all of that kind of thing and being the provider. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. Did I say air? The Nine of air. Yes. And then the Nine of water. Nines mean that we're almost ready. I do. I want a guy to do the guy thing. I don't want to be pushing myself anymore, especially now in menopause. Now I'm reading about it. I'm on that second book from Stacey Sims now, which is great. Oh my God, that information is just so important. So I did yoga yesterday afternoon, and then I looked at my stats on from my watch. Heart rate variability when I was doing yoga was like 121. That's really high. Mine usually sits at around 50, which is good. 50 to 70. 121 or something when I was doing yoga. It's fantastic. I do it again today. Just calming myself down, I don't want to be driven. It's not like I don't want to be successful, but I know what it takes to be really successful. I don't want to sacrifice myself like that. The men have got the hormones for it. We've kind of got the hormones for it before menopause. We don't after menopause. It's interesting. I was reading, or she was saying, or something, that some cultures where women are kind of respected more, especially in the old age. So the wise ones, seen as the wise ones, once we hit menopause and all of that, they have very few symptoms. And I guess it's because they're taken care of. They're taken care of. I think it is the time where it's not like pausing with men, so much for me, as it is, men, can you just do what you hear? You're meant to be protecting us and providing for us. Can you just do it, please? So abundance, that would be nice, really, For the first 50, I'm almost 52, years of my life, I've been the one providing. No, it's my turn now. It's half my life, surely. Anyway, blessings and gifts and revelations abound as if from nowhere. Simple in response to your own generous actions and simple requests. I think a big part of myself was pushing that away, to be honest. I was brought up to be like my dad saying to me I needed to be masculine. Didn't say it like that, of course, but it's like, you can do as much as they can. I'm like, yeah, and I've kind of lived my life like that. I went into engineering, at school. I just questioned everything. I wanted to be doing what the boys were doing. Like I said, when I went to college, they wouldn't let me do the boys' stuff at school. I had to do home economics instead of woodwork. I wanted to do woodwork. So when I went to college, like sixth form, 16, 17, 18 age group, I did craft design technology. I did the boys' stuff then. Because one other girl did it. And then I went into engineering, boys' stuff again. And then into IT. It was all guys there. 80s, no, early 90s. Very few women in then. And a part of me in relationships was choosing, not the ones that I could just would just look after me kind of thing. Not that. It's like, no, I can look after myself. I've had this independent streak, right? That hasn't been good for me in relationships. What about you guys? Have you noticed that too about abundance? It's a gentler season. It's hard for warriors, yeah. But it's not hard if you carry on and you can't sleep because of it. Cortisol thing is crazy. Allow yourself to be soft, to treat yourself like a precious baby or animal. Yes. Yeah, and just allow yourself to be looked after. Bring it on. I wouldn't allow myself to do that. And I remember, I bought myself, when VW Beetles, the new Beetles came out, I bought myself one. I just thought the cutest thing ever. And I hadn't had a car before then because I didn't need one. I always ride around on bicycles, me. But I liked them and I wanted one, and I wanted an electric blue or whatever they call it, techno blue, I think it was called. Techno blue one. Well, I got one right away as soon as they came out. It's pretty cool. I loved it. And a girl that I was at school with got one as well. I just had the black interior, fabric interior. She had cream leather interior. And so hers was better, model than mine, but still pretty similar. She was the opposite to me. She was pursued when we were still at school, because I remember the police being at school because there was a guy following her, older than her, and yeah, we were underage. The police got involved, but she ended up marrying him, and he's from a very affluent family, a family that owns a lot of the land in the area that we were in, owns the hotels and stuff like that. She got married to him, and so, but when people pointed out, oh, she's got one too, I'm like, yeah, but she didn't buy it herself, and I really felt like I'd kind of won. I'd won because I'd got it myself, and it's just like her husband bought it for her. Well, she can have whatever she wants. She was just kind of a socialite. That's all she did. I really looked down on that. I really did. Now I'm like, bring it on. No, not so much. I'll still do my soul's calling, but I don't want to have to earn all the money to get the house and earn all the money to get the land. I just don't want to do that. I want to do things just for fun. Yes, they're to provide. Hello, Divine Soldier. Check out the pinned comment, Divine Soldier. The pinned comment up top tells you how to get a mini read. So something about abundance here. Is that what our new lesson is? Do we have to go through pain of okay, you can buy me something, okay, you can pay the rent, and I don't owe you something as a result in return? Is that what it is? Oh. New level, new devil. Goes from love to abundance. What else is there? Love and abundance. There's nothing else. Tell us more. Three of water. She's having a nice time in the garden. Three of water. Creation of fertility. No fertility here, thank you. Creation and fertility. The Roman goddess Flora is known for her maybe it's our time to bloom. Flora is known for her association with springtime and the flowering of plants. She protects plants from rotting and helps young girls as they approach womanhood. Interesting, huh? Everything about her is young and fresh and filled with beauty and promises for the future. No, it's not for you, Divine Soldier. Once one understands the role of man and woman, yeah. And we need to empower ourselves, right? We had to go through that to empower ourselves, to be independent. Because otherwise, what? We just with someone that is taking control over us and that abuses us, that takes the power over us, controls us and all of that, and we don't have our own bank accounts and we don't have rights. And no, we don't want that. We want the respect with it. It's like we had to go through that to gain the respect so that we can have the abundance from them without them controlling us. Women used to have to put up with bad shit and couldn't get out of it before. We don't want that. Anyway, everything about her is young and fresh and filled with beauty and promises for the future. Within her creation, the fragrant blossoms of spring are many blessings. The colour and scents revive and refresh our spirits after months of winter dreariness. Within the flowers are elements that will eventually become fruits and vegetables to nourish our bodies throughout the year. Of course, there's also the promise of death and decay as part of the natural cycle of life. But for now, all is lovely, lush and delightful. The Three of Water denotes a happy time of plenty. There's not just enough, but more than enough. Excellent. Enough to put by for a rainy day. Excellent. Having something set aside gives a sense of security that makes the present even more enjoyable. Hey, Connie. Nice. So setting something aside. So we've got to keep our own abundance. Yes, we do. But because we don't want to lose power, and we want to be able to get away if we need to get away, yes. But we can also surrender to the masculine, one that's loving us right, one that wants the best for us. And let them do what they do because they like it. Connie, yeah, if anyone wants something to read, just check out that pinned comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. Tells you how to do it. It's by donation. There's a PayPal link in that comment for your donations, but you can also use Super Chat or Super Sticker here on YouTube if you want. After you've done your donation, put a capital Q at the start of your comment with your question in for your reading. It can be very specific. I've got my yes or no answer question crystals, red and green crystals in this bag. I've got my bag of cards with these little cards in them to give you answers and go deeper into all of that stuff. You can ask anything. Totally up to you. But yeah, do put a capital Q in front of your question once you've done your donation. It ain't happening any other way. But this bit's free. This is for everybody. So the Three of Water, springtime. Uh-oh. The devil. Llamas. The devil. Llamas. Devilish llamas. Spitting at me. Where is he? What is it about? Is it about? I can't remember. Celebration and wild abandon. Games are played, wages made, bread and beer enjoy. I think this is saying, Claire, you are going to get your reward. It is going to be nice. These cards are saying this is going to be it is going to be nice. It's not like straight away you get the pain, more pain, and we're going to have good times. Devil card is often associated with the god Pan, hence is an appropriate match for this holiday, although the beverage of choice is more often grain than grapes. There's almost eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow will die sensibility. There's utter enjoyment without thinking about putting anything by for the future. You know what this is saying? This is saying, like, enjoy your level up. Yes, there's going to be rewards. There's going to be abundance. There's going to be good times. It's going to feel really good. You and I know, because they're telling us now, new level, new devil. There's going to be a new thing to work on, a new pain that takes us to that new learning. But enjoy it while it's good. It's not going to be as painful as what we've gone through before. But we can get to enjoy it. Yes, we can. Be merry. 2 cards of being merry. Abundance. What else? Mine isn't flashy with it. I don't know how much it's got. I know it's got a very nice lifestyle. Ooh, the 2 of water on the bottom of the deck. It's got a nice lifestyle. He looks after himself. Went swimming laps yesterday, and then he was going to the sauna. We've got a lot in common. Me and him, a lot in common. In lifestyle kind of way. It's interesting. I often listen to readings when I go to sleep. As I'm going to sleep, I'll put someone else's reading on, and just zone out to it. Oh, half naked guy in the shower. Do you want to see? Do you want to see? I wonder if you can see. There he is. Let's protect his privacy now. That's what I get to look at when I'm doing these. Tourists showering themselves. Hunky tourists, no less. Showering themselves. Hey, Laura. Thanks, Laura. Yes, I got yours. Doing it shortly. It's very distracting. He's got light pink shorts on too, so it looks like he's completely naked. Wow. Okay, enough. 4 of Earth is the woodland creatures, I think. 4 of Earth. Stones and crystals, I was wrong. Power, resources, energy. Oh, nice. That have been collected and stored, put in a safe place until needed. This is a time to store, to save, to conserve. Again, that message of keep something for yourself. Right, you know what this is? Codependency. Yes, we're coming out of that cycle, but new level, new devil. Once you've got someone who's providing for you, you're going to want to still pay half of everything or still do it, right? And you might end up with nothing if you do that. You don't want to do that. You want to save something and conserve something is what this is saying. Keep your stability and it's okay. You don't need to match them in that. Just let them do what they want to do. They want to take care of you. It might be hard for you to do that. Ooh, the 10 of Earth. The 10 of Earth. Now you know why I get so distracted. You see me doing the readings and I'm like, it's hard to think straight when they're showering like that, rubbing the hunky bodies. Now he's walking out there with a towel around his shoulders. Looks very young. 10 of Earth, a full day. Okay. The 10 of Earth denotes a special awareness of the balance of time. There's an appropriate time and place for what you want to do. Right now you're able to tap into universal flow and know exactly when that time is. Honor what you know to be true and practice patience, as you may be tempted to move ahead of time. The timing. I wonder if it's something about menopause. Maybe I should change the name of Be Healing to, I don't know, something about menopause. Because it might just be time now to have a man come in who wants to take care of us, but who values us because we value ourselves now, and sees the value in what we do and who we are, changing the world and making a significant difference to people, and be good with that. Be good with what you're doing. Not someone that's like, well, no, but you need to get a real job, you know? Not one like that. One knows that you are doing a real job. Just because you're feminine and doing it in a feminine way doesn't mean that it's not real and that you shouldn't be taken care of and all of that. And so it feels to me that this is saying it's time, because we've got ourselves to this. Let me read the whole thing. As we've noted before, the world seems solid and firm to us, but it's really moving quite quickly. It's hurtling through space. We're going so fast. We look like we're still, but we're not. We're spinning and we're hurtling through space. Wow, isn't it? Probably the most notable one is the Earth's rotation on its axis, causing the experience of day and night. The vision of our time, when you really think of that, and we're on the surface, like we're on the surface of a planet like that, and it's spinning so fast that daylight being on one side of it to the other side of it, that's quite a distance. If you think about being on a plane, you go pretty fast on a plane. And how long does it take to get from one side to another on an aeroplane? It takes twice as long, doesn't it, than the Earth spinning. If you're flying to Australia, it takes longer than a sun up to sundown, for sure. So the Earth is spinning faster than aeroplanes go. Crazy, huh? Anyway. The division of our time on this planet into lightness and darkness is also one of the most persistent and common metaphors, yin-yang. Everything carries the seed of its opposite. Right. And our true partner's the opposite, but the seed of who we are is in that. The night sky has the moon, which reflects the sun, the orb of the day. The orb of the day is the sun. The day casts shadows, seeds of night under the sun. And yet there's a sense of eternity, for the stars shine always, whether we see them or not. The combination of opposites remind us that there's a time for everything: work, play, sleep, activity, rest. Planting and sowing, giving and receiving. Sometimes we play one role, sometimes another. Our role's changing, but always and eternally, whether we notice or not. The God and the goddess shine and flow through it all. I wonder if their roles are changing too. They must be, hey? Interesting. And then in bulk. In bulk. It's temperance. In bulk. Yeah, I think it's going to be challenging for us to slip into these new roles as much as we can. It's not temperance. It just looks a bit like temperance. It's the star. As much as we were like, oh yeah, we're ready for this, the actual experience of it, we're going to be wanting to provide. We're going to be wanting to give back. We're going to be feeling bad because we're not doing it. All of that kind of stuff. There is the stuff that we're going to have to contend with once we let this in, for sure. It's not going to be comfortable for us. But the star inbox says, the Bible, no, healing, purification, time of cleaning things out, literally, symbolically. Healing, hope, peace, comfort, guidance, direction, a light in the darkness, gentle refreshment. That's what it says about that card. It just goes on about first signs of spring, rejoicing in the first signs of spring, when our new lives begin. There's lots of good stuff in this reading. Yes, there's going to be new lessons, but there's going to be a lot of enjoyment too. It is a definite level up. Let's do some mini reads. Laura's first. Lara. Great self-guidance for Laura. Okay. High self-guidance for you, Laura. Laura. Okay. Ooh. Clear within, be still, keep quiet. This is something about not blurting something out. You know when someone's annoying and we want to blurt something out at them? This is about stopping yourself from doing that and realizing you just need to clear that energy in yourself. It's not that we should push down any feelings that we've got, but sometimes the ego's response isn't what we want to put out there. There's a difference. Blurting out an ego's response to somebody is not the same thing as pushing feelings down. Pushing feelings down is not good for us, but stopping ourselves from having an ego reaction to something is. Stop yourself from having an ego reaction to something. Allow yourself to clear that energy, the energy that is causing your ego to flare up at someone. So it's like someone does something really annoying, you go, rah! Instead of going, rah, just like, okay, they've made a mistake, they're doing the wrong thing, but it's on them, it's not me, something like that. Accept the unexpected and knowing. So you can know better without telling them or without... Everyone's got their own life path, right? Their own lessons. They need to make their own mistakes and learn from it. Doesn't necessarily help by us being on the sidelines and go, oh, I see what you're doing. You're making this mistake. Or reacting to what it is that they're doing. Yes, unexpected stuff can come up, but you need to accept that people are on the path that are on. This feels to me like it's someone that's quite close to you that might be going through this stuff, and so it affects us even more. If we see a stranger doing something, couldn't care less. Someone that we love doing something, yes, we have more of a reaction to it. So it's someone that you care about doing something, you've got better wisdom than that, you wouldn't do it yourself, but it gives you an ego reaction, them doing it. Yes, you know better, but you'd still need to zip it. Feels like this is something that's going to come up for you in the near future. Unless it has it already? I don't know. Doesn't feel like it to me, Lara. But a little bit of a warning there. Yes, we'd like other people to just like have infinite wisdom straight away. We'd like ourselves to have that too, right? But we don't. We have to go through these things. This could be someone that's younger than you. It doesn't have to be though, but they need to go through this stuff. They need to make their own mistakes. Delia, where's his head at during this separation time? Where's his head at during this separation time? Oh, not feeling good. Sabotage and romance. What did I do? That's where his head's at. What did I do? Why do I always mess up? That's where his head's at. Beating himself up about it. Just questioning himself. But yeah, why did I do that again? It feels like it's his usual sabotage. Not happy with himself. But dealing with it one step at a time, simplifying things. Dealing with it, yeah. Plodding forward kind of thing. But yeah, not happy with himself. What did he do? Feels like it's something that is done before. It's his pattern. We all have our favourite sabotages, the ones that we go to when we want to mess something up. And he's questioning himself on that. Not in the same way. Men work differently than women, don't they? We're more likely to do that inner process and think about it and communicate about it with our friends. And even if we're not communicating about it with our friends, we're communicating that same kind of way within ourselves. We're having a conversation with ourselves about it. We're working through stuff like that. Men don't do that. I don't know what the hell they do, but they don't do that. So, I don't know, processing it in some kind of a way. What was the sabotage? I need to get more coffee. Hang on. Anyone else want some mini read? Pushed you away, went toward a karmic. Yeah, he's done that before. He knows it. It's easier. It's easier. Sometimes Men don't want to do the work. They don't want to be challenged. We're more challenging to them than other women, for sure. Other women will put up with stuff and we don't. They're up in his face, yeah. Chosen someone easier. That's what he's done. And he does that. And it's not what he wants. And then he remembers. Oh, you know, when we get into something, it's easier, yeah, but then we're like, oh, I remember what I don't like about this person. Rose-tinted glasses is what it is. Rose-tinted glasses about how good it was with someone else. Quickly remembering that she's not all cracked up to be kind of thing. And then they've got to walk like the cat. She's starving. She's starving out. She's getting fat. She's getting fatter. She's so skinny, but she acts like she's starved to death. I mean, I guess she has. She's not fed by anyone else, I don't think. She's been catching her own stuff. Yeah. Chose someone easier. Yeah, created a whole lot of drama. For nothing. Can't go backwards like that. But men process things differently, as I said. So, what can you do? You've had moments like this, Laura. You're learning to let people have their own moments, yeah. More to come. Oh, it's true. Let's get some more cards out. Do we need to know anything else? Miserable ladies? Time is it? Yeah, let's do some miserable ladies. I swear tourists are getting younger and younger. They look like they should be at school. Five of Pentacles. The alone for now. The alone path that we've been walking. Independent. Make it hard for ourselves. Like, no, I won't go into that warm church. I'm going to march toward what it is that I want in the snow by myself. Being independent because that's the way I want it. Three of Wands here. She's comfy. She's happy. She knows that something good is coming. There's a self-assuredness in this and a relaxation kind of thing of like, I know I'm going to get what it is that I want. I know I am. King of Swords, because I'm super, super clear on that. Like, I've got clarity. I know the work that I've put in. I know what my guides have been telling me. It's all adding up. I feel much better now. I know what it is that I deserve. I can see it coming. I know how to choose it now. Seven of Chalices. I'm clear on it. Of course it's going to come in. So relaxed and happy, it's like, I'll just wait for it. Now, some of you might have people around you saying, shouldn't you just settle for something? You seem to be waiting for something that doesn't even exist, Claire. And you're like, no, it does exist because I exist and I'm awesome. Eight of Chalices. Wow, what's this then? Eight of Chalices is usually like walking away from something, but that picture doesn't look like that, does it? Eight of Chalices. And why would they miss the opportunity to have a miserable lady like walking away from something, like really disappointed about something? Instead, she looks fairly content, like she's learned something. Eight of Magic and Transformation. No. Wrong deck. Magic and Transformation. Look at this card. Eight of Water. I don't think I've ever seen that one. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Her stir in the cauldron. Hang on, I need to find that. I lost it. Is it not even in the deck? I'm working with a deck that's not complete. Or is it just a card that doesn't come out for us? Nope, there she is. Just doesn't come out. Wow. Okay. Oh, yeah. What am I doing? 8 of Chalices. Apparently forgetfulness of menopause goes away as well once you're past it. Past the menopause. Not past it. Past the menopause. 8 of Cups. No matter how carefully we choose our path and select a project to pursue, sometimes we make mistakes. Yes. When we realize we've made a bad decision, or a good decision that no longer serves our highest good, then we, like this woman, should let it go and begin anew. Yeah, so she's quite happy about that. It's leaving something behind to start something else. It's like realizing that we have made past mistakes, and that's okay. We've learned from it. So we've had that message repeatedly through this reading. The Lovers. The Lovers comes in. Let's read it out of this deck. The Lovers are 2 people who commit to a certain path, who decide to pursue a certain long-term goal. This is not some random or spontaneous decision like we make when we're younger. They're in it for the duration and intend to see it to the very end. We're talking about someone who has similar intentions to you and will invest in it. Probably someone that wants to do things differently as well. Consequently, it should be a well-considered decision that includes much soul-searching as well as a good balance between the heart and the mind. Sounds good, doesn't it? Someone doing something for the right reasons. Got similar intentions to somebody here. What's that? So a lover comes in, you've got similar intentions, they're in it for the long haul, they're choosing the same thing as you choose each other. And yes, it might not last, but we can choose better than ever than from what we've learned, right? One thing that I'm very well aware of now is my growth game is big. I like learning things. I need to be with someone that's the same because I don't think I'm going to settle down in a kind of way that other people will settle down. It seems to be this island at the moment, but I felt pretty settled in other places before. And I need to be with someone whose growth game is good, otherwise I outgrow them. And I can be really happy in a relationship and outgrow them still. So I need to choose someone that's got that growth game that's good too. So that we've got a chance of, moving forward and all of that together. Sounds good. Tarot Destroyer. Yum. So the Lovers. Something about intention that's very important. One of the most important things. We can choose someone for the now and have a good relationship with them, but unless they've got the same things inside of them that cause you to move, that you've got inside you that cause you to move forward in life, make your new decisions, unless they're a match to that, then unlikely that they're going to be a long-term thing. You're not going to long-term stuff. Where is she? That cat. She's crazy. She eats a lot of food and then she goes a bit mad. Like kittens go mad. It used to be like 7 o'clock in the evening when I had kittens. They would just start like running around sideways around the walls, like crazy time. She gets it after she's eaten a lot of food. She just starts ripping around, diving around on the bed. Like, she's crazy. She's fun. She's very playful, this one. I like her. She's really grown on me. We've got Justice. Oh, look at her rubbing her feet. It's time to sit down, rub your feet. It's time to let them take over. She's going to do it. Are you going to go crazy on the bed now? She's got that mad look in her eyes. Contrary to what some may think, justice does not imply judgment, but simple cause and effect. Everything that happens happens for a reason. That reason is usually a past action on our part or just a choice. Only we can determine if the price paid was a bargain or a bad deal. It's the consequences of your actions. Make sure you're choosing well. I mean, how much of the guide's been telling us that? So you've got to choose better this time. The Queen of Chalices, look at him being all nurturing toward her. Just like, what the hell did I do? He's like, it's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it. She's like, I crashed the car. He's like, it's all right. I'll buy you a new one. I crashed the car. Queen of Chalices. Queen of Cups, she receives. Comfort and solace. Nurturing, but it's receiving energy. Queen of Chalices to me. She gets to receive. It's like your time. It's your time to receive. She's had bad news there. She's kind of heartbroken. He is nurturing her. Still paying for that goddamn storage. It's expensive too. More. It's your time to receive. The Knight of Pentacles. Slow, deliberate. He takes the steps that he needs to take. He's planting the garden, he's growing the stuff. He's just doing it. It's like solid person here. It's like, oh, you want to eat? Okay, well, I'll plant a garden. And in a few months' time, we will eat. Dependable. No wild promises and all of that. Not like, we'll win the lotto and I'll get all the food that you want. No, it's like, okay, I'll put it into place then. I'll plant those seeds and I'll grow that thing. Someone with very solid energy, nurturing. Someone that will invest in things, grow things, long-term stuff. Someone that's there for you emotionally too. Your justice. It's your time to take your shoes off and rub your feet now. The hard work is done. Enough of that already. I was working too hard and all of that crap. Tell us more about this one then, this nurturing man here. The heart. Romance as well. Makes your heart happy. Rings and a boat and very nice. We're talking commitment of the heart. Heart's in the right place too. Oh yeah, I didn't finish off what I was saying. I listened to a reading last night and she was spot on, right, as I was falling asleep. She said about the character I was scared was going to come in, that the readings had been about, the last couple of ones, saying that someone was coming in. She was saying about that one and it's like a no. And then she's like, now there's this new one. Well, they've got really similar energy, she said, but this new one, has got compassion and it's got the heart there. And it's like, yes, that's exactly right. They are pretty similar to each other. They've got similar lifestyle, but it's got more emotional maturity and it's got more heart and compassion and all of that. She's like, it's got really nice energy, this one. I really like this one. I'm like, yeah, me too. So that is it. It's like the heart in the right place. I'm going through a pink stage at the moment. Everything pink. Everything pink. I'm going to do a new pick a card read today for singles. A new style of pick a card read though. It came to me last night. Crystal Flower and Charlotte, it's going to be 3 people. Choice of 3 people. Like, you could have all of them coming into your life or 1 or 2 of them coming into your life. But if you've got a choice of 3 people, it's going to be that. I don't know why, but that's what I'll be doing today. We have the vow. Wow, someone commitment. Yeah, rings, vow, promises, commitment. The animal. You're their focus. They haven't got a wandering eye. You're the prey. They want you. They've chosen you. You're the right mix for them. They're looking for this as well. They've been in the same place. They don't like their options too. When they find you, they're like, yes. The prayer. they there is this hopeful energy. Nobody knows. Is it going to work out? I don't know, but I know that I'm choosing better now. And they're in that same place too. Like, I hope this works out. We can't say, but what we can say is we're choosing better than we've chosen before, because we've got a new level of understanding now. Not just that, but a new level of intuition as well, guidance, because of what we've been through, because of the choices that we've made, and because we're choosing differently now. It's all in the choice, and we can't say whether it's going to last forever, but we can say that we're choosing better now, and that this has more hope than previously. And we can give it a red hot go, as long as we're choosing someone that is like this. Their heart's in it. They're committed to it. They're going to invest. I thought that was like a hand chopped off. It looks like someone's holding someone's hand there and it's chopped off at the end, but I think that's like a crystal, not meant to be like a stump of an arm that's been chopped off. Is that a hand? It is. Looks like a few hands. Oh, it's four hands. It's like her hands going up. It's a woman's hands going up like that, and a man's hands around her. Anyway, it's powerful stuff. Okay, you know what you're looking out for now. Someone who is of that mindset, same, and who is choosing that too, and who has that. They're ready to do it. They're ready to support. It's funny because, like with mine, I've told him about my previous relationships. I told him about like all the money stuff and that, about being the provider, and it's just like disappointing, especially my ex-husband, to turn on me and turn the kids away from me and all of that after all that I did and all that he got out of that. He heard me, this new guy, he heard me. Someone did it was just a general reading, a Taurus reading online. Sometimes I listen to other readers. I can't remember which reader it was, but sometimes I listen to them as if I'm listening to something as I'm falling asleep. It's easy for me to sleep. Now, the thing that I'm listening to, it cannot be something that I find really interesting. It's got to be something and nothing. Otherwise, I stay awake because I'm wanting to hear the information. So I can't listen to anything about fitness or, any of the stuff that I find really interesting. It's got to be something that's just like take it or leave it kind of thing. And so, which can be for me like relationship stuff or tarot readings around that. So yeah, I was just listening to a tarot reading, not personal to me, but it certainly resonated with me. He is very similar to the other one, but much, much better. Much better for me. Much better. Where did she go? Where's the cat? The crazy cat. Oh, she's there. Okay, that's what I've got for you. So, check out the pick a card read that I'll be putting out later on today. As I said, it's going to be for singles. It's going to be about 3 people entering your life and all about them. Each one of them possibly entering your life. Men provide, women multiply. I was listening to an interview with Stacey Sims, and someone else was interviewing her yesterday, and she said, the men are meant to go out and get the carbs for the women. They're meant to go out and bring the food. They've got like, they can fast and stuff like that, because they're the ones that meant to go out hunting and all of that and getting the food and all of that. Women, we're supposed to be at home, like, eating the carbs. They're meant to bring the food back. Our bodies aren't designed to be the ones going out there and hunting and doing this stuff. So our bodies work very differently. We've got to be fueled. Our bodies are for making babies. And so, yeah, they are meant to be the providers. We don't have the physiology. Women don't have the physiology to be going out there and doing that kind of thing. we can do it, but it wrecks us when we do it, I could just about handle it, but obviously my body wasn't. I had really high blood pressure and I didn't realize it in doing all of that. And I'm not even doing that much anymore, but it's the exercise. And it's like, oh yeah, I can see that the exercise, I'm doing it like a man, I can't be doing that anymore. Slow right down, go easier, focus. Well, I've been doing the right thing because I've been doing the weights and that 3 times a week. And with my Muay Thai training, it's excellent for, of course, you can see in my body that whatever I'm doing, a lot of it is right, especially the exercise. I know that, but it's too much, just too often, right? 3 times a week is as much as I should be doing that. The reason that Muay Thai is right is because it's high intensity. I get to like max heart rate in each round. Well, maybe in 2 of the rounds that I do out of 4, I get to max heart rate, but it's up there, right up there. So it's really high intensity stuff. And that's what we need in menopause. A little bit of that, not too much though, because we don't want to stress out too much, but our bodies need that. And weights. And heavy weights, less reps. The programs that I do, it's more muscle endurance kind of thing. Lift heavy, but it's like 1 minute on, 30 seconds off. So 1 minute, you can do a lot of reps in 1 minute. And as I'm doing that, I have started increasing the weights in it now. If I can't do it for a minute, fair enough. But that Stacey is saying like should do it even less than that, 3 to 6 reps kind of thing. So if I'm doing her program, I could do 3 to 6 reps. I've got weights, see them all there. Some of those, like if I'm doing like chest press, laying on the floor, I'm finding it hard to even get them up to that position. Like my wrists to get them up to that position to lay down to even push them up. But to 3 to 6 reps, I can go really heavy and just knock 3 reps out for sure. I'm just twiddling my thumbs. He's Aries. I'm mostly Aries too. I'm Taurus, but I'm cusp. Aries, Taurus. I'm Aries, Moon, Aries, Venus, and something else in Aries. Mercury? Can't remember. Something else in Aries. He's Aries Sun, but he's on the cusp of Pisces. Which is why I told him that he's a warrior on the outside, but he's all mushy crybaby on the inside. He didn't like that much. What's his rising? I can't remember. I'll pull up his whole chart. It was interesting that he asked. He asked about our compatibility and all of that. I like that energy, Aries energy. I've had an Aries lover before, but never an Aries boyfriend. The Aries lover that I had, it was just on holiday. It wasn't here, it was in Australia. It was on holiday, and we kept in touch. We're still in touch every now and then. But if we'd been in the same place, we would be together. I think he's still single because he did come to Thailand. And I'm like, why didn't you come to this island? It would have been great to see him again. But he's got kids. It's just like his dad. His dad. One of his kids is a professional footballer, or on his way to being. I think he's already professional. I think he's already getting paid for it. And so he's just like soccer dad kind of thing. International. Taking his kids. Yeah, his dad. Great guy, really great guy. But that wasn't meant to be because I wasn't going to go following him around and that. I do like Aries, very good. That warrior energy, and the very masculine Aries guys. Woof, very masculine. I need that. Anyway, I'm waffling now. Let's get out of here. Let's do this all over again on Friday. Yeah, let's do it all over again on Friday. Thanks everyone for coming along. Thank you for your donations. And I'm so happy that the energy has changed now and we've got like positive way forward stuff instead of like watch out, X is coming back kind of stuff going on. So good luck everybody. And I'll see you on Friday, and check out that thingy. Pick a card read that I'm putting out later. Bye.